going on YouTube? I am back with another video, and this one's going to be something a little bit different, kind of along the lines of my recent video where I talked about some of my favorite cards for 2020. I figured we would take a look at all of the graded cards in my collection. So I have all of the graded cards in my collection right here. So we are going to take a look at those. I thought that might be a fun video. There's not really a lot of things out right now as far as retail goes. We all know that hobby is super expensive. I haven't picked up anything like a hobby box in a while, and retail is drying up. I was really looking forward to Chronicles coming out in early July, but it looks like that actually got pushed back until July 31st. So I'm not sure what I'm really going to have to open here in the near future unless something randomly pops up. I know Elite Basketball has showed up on Panini's website that just says coming soon, so maybe that might be in a retail form as well, but there's really no details on that. So kind of trying to get a little creative with some of the videos here. I do actually have a BGS submission, a personal submission that will be back this week. So again, these are all the graded cards in my collection at this time. I do have a bunch of cards at various grading companies right now, probably close to 75 to 100 cards. But like I said, I do have some BGS cards coming back this week, so I will do a reveal video on those. But I probably have over 30 at SGC, at least 20 to 25 at PSA, and probably over 30 at Beckett as well. So a lot of cards out there being graded. We all know that these grading companies are absolutely slammed right now, and it is taking a very, very long time to get cards back. So anyway, I will go ahead and stop rambling and just kind of show you guys all of the graded cards in my collection. And real quick before I do get into it, in no way am I, trying to brag about my collection or anything like that. I just thought this would be a fun video and kind of show off what I have. I love watching these videos, so I hope you guys do too. Like I said, I just thought this would be interesting and fun to show, so that is why I'm doing it. So here we go. Starting off, one that I probably should have never graded. I actually pulled this one myself out of my Prism Premier League soccer box. It is a Jamal Lascelles PSA 10 Blue Ice. This one is numbered to 75 and just not a ton of value at all. I think I've had this one on eBay at 50 bucks or best offer for a while now. Have not gotten a single offer on it. So yeah, I probably should have never graded that one, but I just wanted to grade a soccer card that I pulled from my box, and that was it. So another card, another soccer card. And real quick, I forgot to mention, this stack over here is kind of other. So these two right here are basketball, and this one is other, so soccer, baseball, football. So as you can see, quite a bit more basketball than the other sports. But the next one is a Christian Pelisek. I actually picked this one up raw on eBay for like 20 bucks. Turned into a PSA 10. This one is available as well. This one is on myslabs.com and eBay. And I have gotten a few offers on this one, but not quite what I want to be at. So yeah, this one is numbered to 20. And again, out of the Prism Premier League. And next two cards are baseball, only two baseball. So those are the only two soccer graded cards I have. And the next two cards are the only two baseball graded cards I have. First one is from last year's Bowman, a Julio Rodriguez. Speaking of baseball, I do have a couple of Jason Dominguez at Beckett right now, so hopefully those will be back soon. And then the next one is the big prospect from last year, Wander Franco, again from Bowman, PSA 10. So honestly, kind of forgot I had those until I was about to make this video and realized that I had those put away. They've been put away for a while. So I think those two were actually part of the very first submission I ever sent to Clay Cards a long, long time ago. I got those back before the National last year, so I've had those for quite a while. And one of the few football graded cards I have is a Gardner Minshew Select Silver. Hit this one in a break with Wolves Cards and did turn into a BGS 9.5. So hoping he can do some big things this coming season. And then a big one right here, PSA 10 Lamar Jackson. Very, very happy with this one because I did have two of these, and one came back prior to this as a PSA 9. I actually did let that one go on eBay, so I was very, very happy that the second one did turn into a PSA 10. And next one is a Kyler Murray PSA 10 red, white, and blue Prism. And I do plan on holding on to this one at least until the season starts, and just kind of seeing what happens, seeing if his stuff blows up. I'm not super attached to that, but would like to at least hold on to that until football starts, and hopefully that one goes up. And now getting into basketball, these are in absolutely no particular order, just big stack of all the basketball graded stuff I have. So I think this is from everything. This is PSA, Beckett, and some SGC. So starting it off, we have one of our most recent cards is a Kobe White BGS 9.5 True Gem Plus Orange Ice. Really like this one. I think the Orange Ice is going to be one of the more sought after retail parallels because it's so hard to get in those hanger boxes. Next one is the Colin Sexton. I just recently showed this one in my favorite cards of 2020 video, so you guys should be familiar with that one. Got that one from DMZ Collectibles, as well as these Giannis cards here. So picked up the green Giannis Mosaic off of eBay for a pretty good price, and then picked all of these up raw, sent them in, and they all ended up getting a True Gem Plus, which is really cool that I got those all in basically one shot, so don't have to buy any more, send any more. Got those all in one shot. And then a PSA 10 Wendell Carter Jr. Red Prism. Still not quite giving up on Wendell Carter yet. He is kind of taking a little bit longer than I thought to kind of break out, but he's had some injury problems and the Bulls have not really performed very well. So kind of taking him a while to pick up some steam, but don't want to give up quite yet, so I want to hold on to that one. I think that one looks just really cool with the red on red. So I'm a big fan of the aesthetically pleasing card where the parallel matches the jersey. And then we have our Prism Zion 9.5. This one I did pull myself. Got the True Gem. Honestly, when I sent it in, thought it had a really good shot at actually getting a BGS 10. As crazy as that sounds, this one looks absolutely perfect in my opinion. So there's that one. And then True Gem, the Zion Optic Fanatics. So not too much to say about that one. I was very happy with that one because I think I let the Morant go, but I had a Zion, LeBron, and Morant, and they were all a little bit off center. You can tell the left border is definitely a little bit thicker, and it did still pull the 9.5 centering. All of them did, so I was very happy about that. And then very cool one here, Landry Shamet, super underrated guy. Hoping the Clippers might be able to make some noise in the playoffs. I think he could be a sleeper if he, comes in, knocks down some shots. Kind of similar to Fred VanVleet, so very cool one there. Picked this one up raw on eBay. I want to say for like $40, super cheap. Turned that into a PSA 10, so that's a pretty cool one there. And next one is a Lucca Optic PSA 10. I think I have two of these, if I'm remembering correctly. So this one came back in my most recent PSA return from Clay. So I think I have another one of those coming. And one of the absolute favorite cards in my collection is a Luka Doncic Mosaic Blue PSA 10. Again, the blue goes really good with the Mavericks blue uniform. And when I got this one back, these were doing like, I want to say 200 or 300 as PSA 10s on eBay. So I've had this for quite a while now. And I remember on the video where I got this back, I said how undervalued these are. And these are up finally, closing in on $1,000. So they are finally gaining some respect, some much deserved respect. So next one, another card that I pulled myself, which I did pull that Lucca as well, but a silver Trae Young Prism PSA 10. Had this one. I think this one actually came back with the Wander and the Julio that I mentioned earlier. So I've had this card for a very long time. Another one that has recently started picking up some value. I want to say those are up near 700 or 800 now. And then one that I was very surprised actually did get a 9.5 because there is something going on the surface on the back. There's like I bought this raw at a card show in Nashville, looked it over, and there's something on the back, and I kind of sent it in just to see what it would get. And sure enough, True Gem 9.5. So you really just never know. But very cool one there, DeAndre Hunter. And along, now that I'm mentioning that card show, I picked this one up for, I can't remember, like 20 or 30 bucks, something like stupid cheap. And I passed on a Giannis Kaboom for $50. And that is, I don't think I'm ever going to get over that I passed on that for $50, because those are just huge cards. And I've been kicking myself ever since for passing on that. That should have been an instant deal. But anyway, there is the second Lucca Optic PSA 10. And then again, I did mention earlier, I sent in the Lebron and the Morant. And they were all just a little bit off center, but they all did get True Gem 9.5. So there is the LeBron. And then very cool one here. Got this one back recently in my own personal or group submission. My first group submission was the Status Purple. This is a Pop 1. And this is a True Gem Plus, which is pretty tough on these status cards because they're kind of like papery. So it's the edges and corners are a little bit tougher than the Chrome cards. So that one's very cool. And then an SGC 10 Blue Velocity LeBron. Very cool. I think this one is actually Pop 1 as well. This one is not Pop 1 for SGC. This is just the Prism base, but still a very nice card in SGC 10. And this one is a Pop 1. So a Giannis from 1819 Threads. This is the Dazzle. This is a Pop 1 for SGC. Very cool card. And moving on, we have a BGS 9. I do plan on holding on to this because I just really love this card. I think I got robbed on that BGS 9. Should definitely be a 9.5 because as you can see the subs there, all 9.5s except for 8.5 on corners. And this is just not it's not an 8.5 on corners. I don't know what they're seeing, what they're looking at, but it is just not an 8.5 on corners. So got robbed on that one, so we'll be holding on to that one. Another big one, PSA 10 Lucca Rookie Prism base. Very cool card. That's a big one there. And then one of my favorite cards in my collection, because I did pull this myself, turned into a PSA 10. This is actually a Pop 1 as well. So checkerboard, super short print, Dante DiVincenzo. Awesome card. And then the last LeBron. I thought I had all the LeBrons together, but I guess I didn't. And PSA 10 from last year's Mosaic. One of his first cards in a Lakers uniform, and a very cool pose at that, going in for the dunk. So super cool card. So that is going to do it for my entire graded card collection. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Again, this was in no way to brag. I know I personally love watching these type of videos where people show their favorite cards, just their collection, their graded card collection. So I would definitely be interested in seeing other YouTubers out there do this as well. So anyway, that's going to do it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.